Virgo, hi, this is your March 2025 reading and what to expect. I feel like with the Four of Wands in reverse, that tells me that there's a change in March that you kind of sense what's coming. And it has to do with your work environment or family, friendship, community. You're starting to come out of lack, like poverty consciousness is what I'm hearing with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. That's a good card to have in reverse, because then you're no longer struggling with fears of rejection, fears of abandonment, isolation, or hardship or poverty. Like you're overcoming this in March, and you're starting to fight for what you want. You're standing up with people that just want your attention, but at the same time, for some of you, this could be the back and forth, the arguments, the competition, the tension at work, at home, the disagreements, whatever challenges that you've been experiencing. And the Four of Wands situation is moving you into the direction of confidence. It's Empress energy that you're stepping into. Remember, I don't read, Spirit doesn't work with gender in that way. It's fluid. This is all energy, so apply it to your situation. So if you're a male, you're stepping into your feminine energy. If you're a feminine, you're definitely honing in your feminine energy and feeling more more beautiful, more accomplished, more independent, and stepping into your power. Like you could do anything you want, and you're going to be happy with the results. That's the energy that you're stepping into in March. Once you start to get clarity on how it is that you're going to move forward, and I think you're going to cut your losses. You're going to make that decision. You're going to make the decision as you get clear. So this can take, from the timelines I'm getting with this, is from March all the way into the next 8 months, where you will be leaving that career, you will be leaving that marriage, that living situation, that friendship, that community, that takes away from your Empress energy, right? And of course, it's overwhelming. You with the Strength card in the reverse, I'd like to see that in the upright in the future. That tells me that the emotions of people around you are so raw that you can lose your boundaries, lose your cool, and allow them to affect you. So don't get overwhelmed. People, there's a lot of energies around you that I feel. One is just very stubborn, ruthless, selfish, manipulative. One is just lazy. One is just over emotional. One is just depressed. And it's all these energies around you have made you feel so unsettled, Virgo. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with home, with the home card here. And because you've worked on your fears of not being good enough, and your insecurities, doubts, and anxiety, you started to own and build your confidence and feel at home with yourself, and you're loving your uniqueness. And I think you're going to take that and you're going to find a home, a new living situation where you could just work on whatever this is. For some of you, it's content. For some of you, it's community service. For some of you, it's a passion project. Whatever this is, you're going to finally see that, wow, so many people see me and hear me, and it's very victorious as you walk into March, all the way into the next few months. Like I said, there's you're recognizing that there was a lack of awareness. Some of the names that are coming through that you could be dealing with, or is weighing on your heart. I'm getting the letter D for David, Doug, and Dina. I'm also getting the letter G, Glenn, George, Gina, and also the letter N for Nancy, Nina, and also the initial Y. Could be a last name or a first name. So those are energies that I sense, names around. It could be your work environment, your kids, your family, not sure. But apply the energy to your situation. So, I think like you're just gonna stay really disciplined and focused on the motivation that you've embodied in the past, in the recent past. It's you're no longer feeling stuck. And I think whatever power struggles in your environment, um, where people assert their authority over you, failing to recognize your own authority, I think these energies are going to move away because you're healing your insecurities, because you're no longer going to be deceived with people who are inauthentic, um, and you stopped hiding behind shame and guilt. Like that's like a big that's a big deal. You've opened your mind and you're more open to other perspectives and new ideas that maybe you weren't able to consider before because you were feeling so lost. You had to do some self-reflection in the past with the Hangman card there, and it brought you some clarity and purpose. And it's exciting for you in March because you're enjoying the balance of productivity with self-care and mindfulness and presence, and you're savoring each moment of your day, and you're becoming more adaptable and you're thinking outside the box. I love this for you, Virgo, because that's who you are. You hermit, and in that hermiting you find creative solutions to life's challenges, and it's giving you that healing clarity with this heart, and your wings are starting to spread. You're bringing your shadows to the surface to heal them, and whatever this is, like there's a thirst for balance and truth, and whatever hidden emotions or secrets, you started acknowledging them and addressing them for your own growth. It's really beautiful. I'm also sensing like some of you could be looking into some spiritual gifts. Like for some of you could read palms. I'm seeing a palm, right? Palmistry, and you're being called to explore this, and like you have an inclination to read the physical features of hands to uncover a soul's challenges, their path, and their purpose. And also cardamancy, regular playing cards. Like maybe when you were a little girl or a little boy, you were always drawn to these things, but you've been disconnected from your spirituality, and it's kind of affected you from attracting in more genuine spiritual connections. So now you're loving this, with the Aries, the ram here, wherever Aries is in your chart, it's being activated in March, where you're starting to love this untamed and wild side, and you're following your instincts and you're trusting your inner voice. And just make sure you balance your time. Virgo, you love hermiting. Make time for self-reflection and continue to look inwards, because that's what helps you to improve and to make better choices. Because there's a lot of stubborn energy around you, or this could be you. It could be like you go, and then you lose your momentum a little bit. But I don't feel that that's you. I feel like it's the energies around you that could hinder your progress, right? So I think you're no longer avoiding the things. You've released that. The mask, the veil has lifted, and you're overcoming and you're thriving, and you're not afraid to be sitting with any discomfort or people that bring you discomfort. You've really realized where you needed validation, and you were seeking reassurance for your own achievements and emotions or decisions. And I think you're getting unstuck. I think you're finding strength in your weaknesses and overcoming these challenges with courage, Virgo, in March. You're not procrastinating anymore. You're no longer going to put things off. That was a bad habit. I think maybe it's something generational, but your time management is on point in March. So I think you're no longer projecting your unresolved issues onto others. Maybe you may have recognized that you've done that in the past, and you're not overthinking anymore. There's a feeling of a healthy release of anger and feelings of feeling unsettled, and you're using this. You're kind of using this energy that you're embodying as you get your emotions under control. You're aware of this like pursuit of success, and you're letting go of any resentment, and you're letting your wall down, and you're feeling this growth inside of you, and it's happening quicker than you expected. At first you may not initially understand what's happening, but there's aha moments. I love those moments because I could feel when I can see the growth in my soul, and I always say, wow, like I stop and I pause and I say, wow, the old Sherry would have done this. Well, this, the present Sherry is more understanding, more compassionate, and not impulsively jumping in, right? For example. So I think you trusting yourself, and you're approaching decisions with empathy and intuition, and it's good. The cat is like intuition. It's such a high frequency animal that you not trusting yourself and making snap judgments led to a lot of misunderstandings. Like you're really learning the power of discernment, and you're not running from difficult emotions anymore. 11:11 on the clock when I said that, and you're allowing them to shift. I think the next steps for you as you end March is how can I share my gifts? How can I flourish? How can I promote and bring in abundance for myself, and opportunity? What business successful venture can I begin? So the way that Spirit is showing me, especially in the spring season, as we get into to April and even May, work on a dream journal, work on a dream a vision board, like start paying attention to your dreams. Ask Spirit. This is what I do every night, as I always ask Spirit for whatever concern or help or clarity that I'm looking in. You just ask to be shown messages and clarity, literally and not metaphorically, not through symbols. Ask for literal signs in your dreams and in your waking, upon your dream state and wake state, because there is no difference there. I can explain that to you if you want to come get a session, or I could do a whole another video on that. But yeah, it's about dreaming. So it's the things that you like, the things that are going to make you soar and see an eagle eyes, bird's eye point of view, is to look at your obsessions, to look at the things that you're fixated on. What do you enjoy doing so much behind the scenes that you think that couldn't benefit, or are like worthless skills? Like those are the things that can seem overwhelming to you if you were to share that out into the world. Like for example, I have an obsessive need to want to learn things, to constantly research, look things up, explore mysticism, explore magic, explore the hidden depths of emotions and the psyche and the cosmos and the universe. Like that's where I'm obsessed, and I turn that into creativity. I allow the creative process to come through me, even on the days that I'm not feeling motivated. Sorry about that pause. So your life might be interrupted because I was getting an incoming call there. But let's pull you an advice card. Advice for Virgo in March is, as I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me, it matches everything that we said in your reading. That's going to allow you to step into your dreams and use your spiritual gifts. Exciting, Virgo.